book, all the fuckery and whatnot. And I went digging, and I found this.
I had that.
Wow.
Uh-huh. Hulk
I had
Hogan Reads
that.
the Belt. Yes. Unfortunately, I had to find this on eBay because I mean my copy is long gone. But I was kind of bummed there were no stickers in it. It says
It
right
was
there, 12 stickers, and there were
What
no
a
stickers in here.
ripoff.
Well, this book has seen better days though. It's very bent up and all that stuff. But I thought it would be fun to take a stroll down memory lane here. I want to read this to our public
oh
because
boy.
you'll see a lot of uh, similarities to the booking of the Cody Roman WrestleMania main event.
Okay.
And then also, and after I'm done with this, we're going to talk about it because I have issues.
You have issues.
I have
Okay.
issues. All right, so here we go. And I had to fudge some of the pictures because I couldn't find them online. All right. I'll never forget that night, kids. It was January 24th, 1984 at Madison Square Garden in New York City. As I moved toward the ring, Eye of the Tiger blasted and Hulkamaniac screamed my name. On the one side, I saw all the good guy wrestlers cheering me on, fists in the air. Then in the other corner, I saw them, the bad boys of wrestling. They were all huddled together trying to come up with a plan to defeat me and keep the championship belt. They moved away, and I saw him, the meanest of all wrestlers. The,
Ah.
the Iron Sheik was climbing into the ring, waving an Iranian flag over his head, taunting me. I felt like rolling him up in that flag and mailing him back to Iran. But I wanted to win the championship belt fair and square. I wasn't going to resort to underhanded tricks. Sorry, I had to laugh.
Sure you were.
Uh-huh. Just then I felt an elbow smashing me from outside the ring. Now, I'm going to pause for a second. We did a watch along of this match about 2 months ago. I'm just gonna stop there. It was a blow from the
Yeah.
Iron Sheik's brutal Russian friend Nikolai Volkov. I turned to the referee who made Volkov get away from the ring. So the huge Russian wrestler who thinks that Americans are too weak wanted to play dirty. The referee was starting the match now. I had to forget about Volkov. But then I saw the Iron Sheik motion to another friend. Mr. Fuji is the sneakiest wrestler in the World Wrestling Federation, but his bad buddies always mess up his schemes. He thinks he's tough, but he couldn't karate chop his way out of a bread factory. I put the Sheik in a body
Out of a
spin and
what?
took him down to the campus. About a bread factory.
A
Couldn't
bread
chop his
factory.
way out of a
Okay.
bread factory. That's a,
All
that's a,
right.
that's a
It's
sick
new.
burn right there. All right, I
Yeah.
put the Sheik in a body spin and took him down to the canvas. As we rolled toward the ropes, I felt something blind my eyes. It was Mr. Fuji's volcanic Fuji dust. Never heard it called that before. Just then, I heard the sound of bagpipes.
Oh.
Uh-huh. When I saw Rowdy Roddy Piper, I felt like telling him to take his Scottish skirt and bagpipes and get lost. My eyes were beginning to clear, and I saw Piper making fun of me outside the ring. Ever since he smashed a rock and roll record over Captain Lou Albano's head, I've been mad at him. Then I heard someone else screaming. I need to point out this is a book made for children. I want to make sure that that's clear.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm noticing.
Uh-huh. This is just great. Here I am trying to keep my mind on the Sheik, and Big John Stubbs heckling me from the crowd. Big John distracted me, and that gave the Sheik the chance he needed. Before I could react, the Iron Sheik threw me to the mat. He tried to get me into his horrible camel clutch hold. No one had ever gotten out of it yet. And that's when I heard my friend the big guy yell. Whoever could this be?
Whoever could
Hey,
this be?
talk
Now we
about your
like
big
him.
boys. Yes, Andre the Giant is 7'5" and weighs 500 pounds. Just hearing his voice made me feel better. The good guys were coming to my rescue. Andre is shy and nice, but when he's mad, he's nothing to sneeze at. That's when I heard the rock music. Let's get to specify rock music.
Ah.
Yes.
There he is.
Captain Captain Lou Albano was making fists at the Iron Sheik and cheering with all the other Hulkamaniacs to get me moving. I heard and felt the rock and wrestling connection. I couldn't let the Iron Sheik keep the belt. The Iron Sheik kept trying to put his camel clutch hold on me, but I was holding him off. That's when I heard a dog howling. I'm trying to swallow all this text here.
There we
If I
go.
if I wasn't a
JYD.
dog lover before, if I wasn't a dog lover before, I was now. The Junkyard Dogs theme song, Another One Bites the Dust, filled the arena. The JYD was dancing in the aisles with a couple of Hulkamaniacs. Okay, you're gonna love this. Suddenly, the JYD started barking his head off and running around in circles. Dot dot dot. Rowdy Roddy Piper had brought a cat into the arena.
Oh,
JYD goes crazy when he sees one. This poor sap that wrote this doesn't know that he's not an actual dog, right?
well, let's hope. Let's hope.
Yeah. All right. I was sure glad to see Hillbilly Jim. He took the cat away from Rowdy Roddy and was sitting there playing with it. Sometimes I think Hillbilly Jim should have stayed on the farm, but he took to wrestling quick enough. One night, a bunch of bad guys were trying to cut my hair when Hillbilly jumped in and saved me. I guess they only got him on the top. I needed to keep my mind on the match now. The Iron Sheik was getting me into his camel clutch, and that's when I saw the Superfly. The Superfly had
Wow.
landed. He came flying down from the rafters with a whoop, and that's when I knew for sure I could get out of the Iron Sheik's camel clutch hold. I keep calling it a hold, like they get to specify. All my friends had come tonight to give me their support. The good guys were going to win. I heaved the Iron Sheik into the ropes. Then I flipped him as he flew off the ropes. But that's just sloppy writing. I clamped on a
That is.
headlock so tight every vein in my neck bulged, and at last I pinned him. The referee got worried that I'd get too carried away. He declared me the champ. And then we
Okay.
finish with the last page. I had won the championship belt. All my friends, the good guys, were going wild. The bad guys of wrestling had been defeated. All the months of hard work, exercise, pumping iron, and eating right had finally paid off. He didn't mention the prayers. I was the
Nope.
World Wrestling Federation heavyweight champion. If you eat right, exercise, and get plenty of rest, you can be a champion too, in whatever you do. And if you want to see the Rock and Wrestling Connection in action, you can watch me and all the other WWF superstars on TV. Or if you can, come cheer us on in person when we're in your town. That's just shameless.
That's
Pandering.
shameless.
Okay. So that's the end of the book. It's not a long one.
No.
Stacey asked, how many dang people were in this match? We did the watch along, and I think the answer is none.
Yeah.
This is not how that match happened.
Nope.
Which is pretty par for the course for Hulk Hogan telling a story, though.
That's very true.
Surprised he didn't throw something about the international dateline in there.
Right, he wrestled 4 matches that day.
Yeah.
This book was written by a man named Dan Stain, S-T-A-I-N, must be Russo's cousin.
Must be.
Yeah, this is from 1985. Okay, he says January 24th, 1984. That's wrong. It was the 23rd. And he should have done his research. A couple questions here. Number one, why is Big John Studd in the crowd?
I wondered that. That kind of caught me off guard.
Yeah, it says Big John Studd's heckling me from the crowd. He could have gotten. He works there. He doesn't have to go in the crowd.
Right?
Yeah. I've read this book like 3 times since I got it in the mail after WrestleMania. I'm still trying to wrap my head around Roddy Piper with a cat.
Right? And then
can't bring a
Hillbilly Jim
cat in.
sitting there playing with it.
Yeah.
Why'd they have to do Junkyard Dog like that, though?
Yeah, no
yeah, I
kidding.
know. It's like, is he trying to convince the children that JYD is an actual dog? It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And it kind of made Hillbilly seem like an idiot too, just sitting there playing
Yeah,
with a
kinda.
cat instead of. The thing that really got me, I heaved the Iron Sheik into the ropes, and I clamped on a headlock so tight every vein in my neck bulged. He did not win this match with a headlock,
No.
and you don't get a pin from a headlock. It would have been a submission. I'm sorry, but yeah, this book, as entertaining as it is when you're 5 or 6 years old, which is how old I was when I read it, is rife
Yeah.
with inaccuracies and hyperbole.
The biggest part of that is you're supposed to take your vitamins, say your prayers, and get
Mm,
sleep.
Now they didn't mention the prayers. I think they were told to kind of keep that in
I
church.
thought they did on the last. They didn't at the end.
Let me look. Eat right, exercise, and get plenty of rest.
Oh,
So you gotta make
eat
sure you
right.
sleep.
Okay.
So make sure you don't stay up past your bedtime.
Well, crap. Okay.
So to the Antioch Publishing Company in Yellow Springs, Ohio. By the way, $1.95 in the U.S. and $2.50 in Canada for this book when it came
Of
out.
course it was. Of course it
You
was.
said where? Yellow Springs, Ohio?
Yellow Springs, Ohio.
Yeah, that town is basically a hippie commune. I guarantee somebody was high as hell when they wrote that.
Somebody took their vitamins before the.
Somebody took some vitamins.
So yeah,
They
so
took something.
They took something. So yeah,
I just said vitamins.
But this kind of has all the booking of a Bloodline rules match if you read it.
It does. It
So
does.
my brother asked me about the booking of that main event, and I told him the first thing I thought of was that book, and he said, "Me too." Actual cat, as in meow meow. I think that's where they're going with that.
Ernie Miller
they were trying to say.
To use him for it.
Ernest Miller, yeah, he had to call his mama. But yeah, I wanted to get this out of the way. I tried to have this in time for last week's episode, but it didn't get there till like Wednesday. But
you could have read it on the other podcast. That would have been fun.
It wouldn't have been germane. That was 01 business. But that's it. Hulk Hogan Wins the Belt is the name of the book by Dan Stain. The day the Hulkster beat the Iron Sheik. It says they spoiled the ending right there on the cover of the book. And again, no stickers, so I call bullshit. All right, so enough of story time. I'm gonna put that over there.